Plan B Sales Development Series Action Racing. Tonight, we've got just 2 races left in this championship battle that's coming down to Will Reichert, Roberto Ramirez, and Jordan Martin, all separated by just 11 points. Guys, what do you expect in this heat of the day here at Richmond Raceway, as this is the last short track before they head to Atlanta next week?
Well, I expect a whole lot of bumping, a whole lot of banging. We're here at, Richmond, typical short track. A lot of people say it's a short track that thinks it's a mile and a half. But you can definitely get down in the corner, and you can definitely use that bumper, so I'm looking forward to that tonight.
Bobby, do you expect 2 lanes to come into play here tonight at Richmond?
I don't think so. I think the bottom groove is going to be preferred, the preferred line. Sometimes you can see the top prevail, when those tires wear, but I think the bottom groove is going to be where you want to be. Come down to the checkered. So I think you're going to see a 1-lane racetrack, and it's going to provide for some good racing because you know what happens when you have a 1-lane racetrack. You're going to have to root somebody up off the bottom.
Yeah, no question about it. Hopefully we do see some of that beating and banging, but we actually have Will Reichert is sitting at P1 right now. Talk about putting the pressure on Roberto Ramirez. Will Reichert comes in just 2 points back of Roberto, and with the pole position, we'll pick up another bonus point. So we're actually got the top 2 contenders just 1 point apart with 2 races to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight finish for this season. These guys have put on a whale of a show week in and week out, and it's just it's been great to watch. The new guys come up through the races and prove themselves, and it's just been great to watch.
Yeah, so tonight, Richmond Raceway, the 3/4 mile track, is going to really put these guys in prime position to see what they got for Atlanta next week. Can't afford an ill race if you're any of those top 3 competitors, but maybe a Brad Kress or a Trevor Hook or one of those other guys can sneak in and spoil the party tonight.
Yeah, I think Brad Kress is due for a good race. He's had some bad luck, and I'm ready to see him turn it around. He's a solid competitor and a great guy, so I really want to see him do well. And Trevor Hook's also one of the up-and-comers that really shows that he belongs here. Dalton Beer, he's got some speed. He's shown that he can mix it up with everybody as well. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
We got these guys gridding it up already, and you mentioned Brad Kress. I think this is his home track, either this or Martinsville. He's a Virginia boy.
Yeah, Brad. Me and Brad both we're a lot closer to Richmond, so we both call this track our home track. I look for him to run well. He's always good on the short tracks, and like I was saying earlier, we need to start calling him Front Row Brad or something, man. It seems like if he's not on the pole, he's qualifying second. So I'm looking to see a good run from him tonight.
Before this race gets started, I do want to give a shout out to Plan B Sales for sticking with us and putting this, helping us put this show on and making this thing go round. Without them, we couldn't operate. So. I appreciate that, and if you're going to order diecast or memorabilia from Plan B Sales, make sure you use the code HLRL and get free shipping on orders of $20 or more.
Yeah, I always appreciate Plan B being a part of things. Hopefully we'll have them around for a long time to come, but let's go through the starting grid real quick. Starting on pole tonight is going to be Will Reichert. We did mention Brad Kress is to his outside. Row 3 is going to consist of Trevor Hook, the Charlotte winner, and Stephen Potter making his way starting 4th. We've seen the 47 car rise through the ranks the last few weeks. Dylan Wedgwood comes off a second-place finish in the All-Star race last week, and he's going to roll off 5th tonight alongside championship competitor Jordan Martin in the O2 car. Roberto Ramirez comes in as the points leader. He'll start 7th, and he's got Tony Whittier to his outside, with Austin Bloom 9th and Justin Malarkey starting 10th tonight.
Dylan Pote to roll off 11th. Dalton Beer will be beside him in 12th. Jeff Morash, he'll roll off 13th. Ty Smith 14th. Matt Owens in that 48, he'll be 15th. John Peterson, 16th. Sean Smith, 17th. Cody Robinson, 18th. 19th will be Steve Rada. And 20th will be Scott McCarris.
21st, we're going to have Jacob Benke. 22nd is Michael Maruga. 23rd will be Brady Cox. And that will round out your field for tonight's Development Series event from the HLRL at Richmond.
No Premier Series drivers in this race tonight. They won't be in the show next week either, so it's a chance for these guys to go out and make a name for themselves.
Guys, another thing we missed out on talking about what we're going to see here tonight. Track temperature is 114 degrees. So these guys are going to be slipping and sliding off of turn 2 and turn 4 pretty much all night long. So I hope they got pretty good throttle control and steering wheel control, because they're going to need it.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to mention too that we haven't talked about, Dylan Poteet going to victory lane last week. Maybe he can make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, that'd be big for him. You know, he puts on some good performances, and to get 2 in a row, get 1 is hard enough, but 2 in a row is a pretty amazing feat. So we'll see if he can do it tonight.
Pace car pulls in. And we are underway. The inside lane gets a huge jump as Brad Kress is caught sleeping. Like Trevor Hook maybe brushed the outside wall heading into turn 1 and 2, but this is all Will Reichert needs to see out his rearview mirror right now, as he's got a big lead heading off into turn 3 and 4. And when he crosses the stripe right here with his bonus point of winning the pole and leading this lap, he will be tied with Roberto Ramirez for the points lead.
That's shaping up to be
and some contact a little further back. Jordan Martin's involved. It looked like Stephen Potter was involved. I think Roberto maybe got in a little hot and got into the side of the 47 car.
Go ahead and find this caution.
Started with the 32 car and the 47, I believe. Body shop caution comes out already. We've seen that kind of a pattern on the short tracks here. It seems like in this series that we see a yellow pretty early, a couple of them, and then they kind of get it together through the middle part of the race, and then a bunch of yellows at the end, seems like.
Looks like the 47 and the 32 get together there. And the 57 turns the 02. 48 into the wall. Just a accordion effect.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when you see yellows this early, but it'll give these guys a chance to catch their breath a little bit. Brad Kress, I'm sure, wants a redo on the start of that race, and Roberto knows he's probably feeling a little bit of the pressure with Will being out front leading these laps right now.
Right on
Hopefully
board
the
with
O2 car,
Austin Boone here.
Yeah, hopefully the O2 car didn't get too much damage there, because if he has a bad race here tonight, that might be all she wrote for his championship hopes, and he's had a great year.
It doesn't look like the O2 has too much damage. I think he'll be okay here.
He just got turned a little bit. I don't know that it's got... Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of damage on his vehicle. Looks like the 48 of Matt Owens is in the pits, getting his damage repaired.
Yeah, it looked like Matt actually blew his motor in that crash, unfortunately. Got tagged from behind and went head on into the wall in that.
Looks like Tony Whittier's getting some repairs there.
Any clue what the fuel mileage would be looking like with these things? Of course, they run 50% fuel series.
I would think around.
You'd think they'd have to pit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pit at least once.
They're doubling them up.
Will Reichert's going to restart on the inside here. Trevor Hook on his outside, and teammates Brad Kress and Dylan Wedgwood in the row behind them.
Pace car pulls off, and we'll see if the outside lane can get anything going on this restart. Much better this time around, but it's still Will Reichert leading him to the stripe.
Yeah, he got a good jump there. Got himself out in front.
Side by side for second. We got Brad Kress underneath Trevor Hook. Hook's going to get the run off of 2.
Yeah, he's going to leave that bottom open for Brad, though. Brad takes a look to the inside, but he's not there yet.
Oh, got a little loose.
Working the way off turn 2 of the field. Trying to get their way single file. Pretty much the front half of the field is single file. So they'll fill in here and hopefully get some green flag laps in.
Looks like they're all sorted out. Trevor Hook set the fastest lap that lap around with 22.907.
It's interesting because he's been running a little bit, almost a lane up.
Looks like most of the field is single file now.
Still Reichert leading the way here. Trevor Hook second, Brad Kress third. Got a little bit of a battle going on around Roberto Ramirez there as we see Dylan Poteet trying to make a move and Austin Bloom looking for real estate a little bit higher on the track. Oh, and Poteet gets loose off at corner exit of turn 4 there. So easy to do. I know you all mentioned the track temperatures being higher. It makes it even easier to do.
It gets slick out there during the daytime, and these guys have been sliding around all practice and hearing a few complaints about it during practice as well. So we'll see how these guys handle it as these tires wear.
We got a caution.
It's like Scott McHarris down there in turn 3.
Oh, man. He hit really hard and then got pile driven by the 7 car. Somebody blew a motor. Not sure if he had some help or not.
It looks like he just got into the outside wall in the backstretch, and the magnet in these cars, it just threw him down to the inside and nothing he could do.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Not sure why the 7 was up high to try to avoid him there, but it's unfortunate that the 7 and the 65 collected in that incident. That was a hard hit.
We're going to go on board here with Cody Robinson. Just had nowhere to go. It's always unfortunate when your race ends like that.
Yeah, so lap 15, already caution number 2. These guys keep on this pace. I'm not sure they will have to pit.
Looks like Cody Robinson and Scott McCarris are in the pit lane for damage repairs. Looks like John Peterson may have came down and got some service. Tony Rich here.
Did want to take the time to thank a few of our partners, the Racing Warehouse selling race used collectibles out of their shop. Check those guys out on their website, Facebook. SP Designs, they do racing related t-shirt designs, and of course Body Shop's a part of that as well. So if you need any kind of paint scheme, find them on their social media channels. And don't be a stranger, reach out. These guys are very well talented, and we appreciate having their support. Thirsty Goat Entertainment, Ready Foundation, the Butt Kicker. If you're looking for a little added stimulation to your iRacing experience, pick up a Butt Kicker.
Always enjoy stimulation, boys. We're very proud to have these guys on board.
Pretty long.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of laps here. We want to queue up Will Reichert here real quick and see what we can get from him.
Sure. Bring him up.
2 full official races left. Hello?
Hey, Will. It's Kendall, Allen, and Toby in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, how's the race going? I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you've tied up Roberto by winning the pole and leading the lap already.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm just trying to run a smooth race right now, keep the car in one piece from the end. There's always seems to be late cautions, so have good track position at the end of a race and then see what happens.
Going green,
and for buddy, we see you're doubling up, so we'll let you get back in there. Sorry we caught you so late on this one.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. We had to get him back back focused here.
Yeah, just that quick. Pace car's down. Will's right back into the driver's seat mode. Gets a great launch off of exit number 4 there, and 67 car is already looking in his rearview mirror and seeing the 29 clear the 84.
Yeah, Brad got a really good restart there. He's going to clear Trevor off of turn 2. He'll set his sights on Will as they head off down into turn 3.
Now we see Dylan Wedgwood trying to make a run at Trevor Hook.
Got some company on the outside from Austin Bloom. In the past, he's been a very fierce competitor and should make for some good racing. Looks like he's going to get the position from Dylan going into turn 3.
That side-by-side racing everywhere as Jordan Martin has already taken his car all the way up inside the top 10 after falling all the way back to 20th by getting turned early. Steve Rada went way wide that time, actually caught the wall.
He was up in that top groove where you don't want to be.
Don't look now, but here comes Brad Kress.
Yeah, he's been slowly reeling in. Will looks like he's taking a little bit lower exit coming off of turn 4. I know last year, I believe it was last year, when the real guys ran here at Richmond, they were running low off the corner. That's where the grip was. That might be what Brad is looking for here as we're here in a hot, sunny day, high track temperature. So we'll see if it works out for him.
See Austin Bloom actually go by Trevor Hook there for 3rd spot already, in another side-by-side battle is Justin Malarkey just getting passed by Stephen Potter. Stephen Potter got turned early in this race, and he's working his way towards the back bumper of the 32. There was some contact, so if I'm Roberto, I'm treading lightly right now. You got bigger things on your mind than just this Richmond race and the contact with the 47. Looks like he gives him plenty of room there. And don't look now, here comes the 02 car. Now he's looking underneath Roberto.
Justin Malarkey, he thought about taking the 3 wide there for a second, but he backed out. They were coming through 3 and 4.
Wide at Richmond. That'd be pretty treacherous.
Never a good idea unless you have to make something happen late in the race.
And back up
Still
front.
Will Reichert out front. Brad Kress.
Brad's not letting him out of his sight, though. He's kind of just keeping him at arm's reach.
I hope Roberto's saving right now because he is really fallen back. He's actually back in 10th right now, and he's got pressure from, I think that's Ty Smith underneath him for 10th. That's what they call being stuck, hung out to dry out there in the outside lane. Oh, we got trouble. Justin Malarkey just hit the wall. Somebody got in the back of him as he was not happy over Chad.
Looks like the caution will not come out. We will stay green for right now. It looked like he got up into the wall.
Dylan Wedgwood's underneath Trevor Hook right now. And Austin Bloom has reeled in both Brad Kress and Will Reichert. Don't look now, the 88 car is on the move.
That's not surprising. You know, Austin was one of the first few guys we recruited in the iRacing when we started the iRacing portion of the Highline Racing League, and he raced with us for a little bit, but he went away and came back, and man, it just seems like his talent level's gotten better since he came back, because he's up here competing for wins almost every week. You know, shout out to him, hats off to him for making it happen.
Speaking of making it happen, Dylan Poteet trying to go around Dylan Wedgwood on the outside. We talked about it briefly. Oh, and he got in the back.
Hooker's turn. Jordan Martin.
Oh,
Stephen Potter collected in that also.
hold the brakes, hold the brakes. Body shop caution is going to come out again. We had just talked Dylan Poteet. I think he started 11th. He's trying to work his way into the top 5. He gets into the back end there, the 84 car, Trevor Hook. Both those guys have won on the tour this season. And everybody down pit road right now. And man, did Will Reichert get an advantage into the pits. Not sure if Brad Kress wasn't caught up to the pace car or if Will just took advantage of the situation, just being aware of kind of iRacing's rules, but that's probably all but going to assure him winning the race off pit road.
Cue up this caution here. So Dylan Poteet just use the outside lane and tried to make a hole that wasn't there.
Top 3 don't change positions, and Jordan Martin opts not to repair any of that damage, so it must not have been too bad. He's actually going to come out 5th.
Let's cue up Dylan Wedgwood here. That happened right in his lap. It looked like he avoided it pretty well. Dylan Wedgwood, Kendall, and Alan, and Toby up here in the booth. You got a copy.
I gotcha. What's going on, guys?
Wow, that caution seemed to happen right in your lap. What was your take on that?
Well, Dylan got on the outside of me, and he was obviously faster, and he was just trying to thread the needle there. I think he thought he had a little more room than he did, and it just kind of came across my nose and got into Trevor there.
You had to hop on the brakes pretty hard. You didn't get any damage from that, I don't believe, did you?
I got a 4X, but I asked Brad if I had any damage, and he said it didn't look like it, so I think we're still in good shape.
Well, great job avoiding the wreck, and best of luck to you out there the rest of the race.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's Dylan Wedgwood. Of course, he drives out of Hammer Down Motorsports. So he's got a relation to two of our announcers up here. Team owner in the booth, Mr. Allen, and brother, Mr. Toby.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
All I know is if he's taking luck, he's going to want to take Allen's luck over Toby's luck.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like they're
tried
getting
to,
ready to double up here.
try to give them a few pointers going into Richmond, the old short track deal. So hopefully they listen to me.
Tell you, he was really good at Richmond. Was a former member, Corey Blevins. When he wouldn't get a black flag cleared, I mean, he was fast.
Yeah, the old black flags was Corey's forte, I guess you could say.
Pace car looks like it's about to pull in. Outside lane, not very organized here. Somebody really laid back. Brad gets a much better launch down there from the outside this time than the start of the race. He's right on the back bumper of Will Riker.
Oh, and Will loses
Oh,
going into
Will
one.
loses.
Oh, no!
Oh.
Was able to somewhat save it. Really mitigate a lot of the damage. No caution is really going to hurt. Man, cold tires. Will Riker goes into turn 1 and 2. And it's actually Austin Bloom that comes out of the lead and all that because Brad Kress had to check up so hard.
Yeah, Austin comes out with the lead. Brad was able to squeeze by there, so he remains in second. Dylan Wedgwood up to third. I believe.
And right now, if you're Will Riker, there's a spin right in front of him right now. I was just about to say, he's got to be so patient back there right now. Around a lot of guys that he's not used to racing around. This is going to be a break for Trevor Hook. He's going to pick up the lucky dog here.
See if we can cue this up.
Not sure who that was that went around. Maybe Jeff Morash?
Looks like the 16
of John Peterson.
John Peterson. Yeah, he got a new paint scheme this week. Another couple guys that's a big break for us, Jordan Martin and Roberto Ramirez. Roberto really seems to be struggling out there.
Yeah. Looked like John just got loose off of turn 2 and couldn't hang on to it, but was able to keep it out of the wall, so he should be able to continue on.
And Will Reichert is going to pull it down the pit lane and get all that damage repaired. Probably get another set of tires on there from where he flat spotted them. Yeah, Will, that turn 1 issue there fell all the way back to 17th at one point. It's already made up a spot to 16th with the spin.
Now, if you're Will Reichert here, guys, what's going through your head?
Probably an expletive first, because that was nobody's fault but his own. I mean, I don't want to call the guy out. He's a good driver, but he didn't get tapped or anything. He just went in there in cold tires and just got in there a tick too hot with him. Fortunately, the damage I don't think is too bad, and it was early in this race, so he's got time to recover. See him getting some damage repair. He's going to wait to the last possible minute and just beat the pace car out right now, so there really must be some repairs necessary for Will.
Yeah, it looks like that left front's real crinkled up. Maybe have a toe issue there.
Yeah, he's going to bring it back down the pits again.
Yeah, he's got some left rear damage also.
That is a cool paint scheme, though. Looks like the old Jasper engines. Paint
Yeah, it looks
scheme.
like he came back with his throwback and decided to run it one more week. We've seen that a few times in
Right.
both leagues. Just sometimes they're too pretty to just retire after 1 week.
Right. A lot of hard work goes into him, so looks like he went right through pit road. I don't know what that was.
I think the pace car was just so close. He didn't want to risk going a lap down.
Yeah, not a lot of time under caution here to get what you on pit road without going a lap down, so I'm sure that's probably what he was trying to prevent.
We saw Trevor Hook. I mean, obviously he's in a different scenario, but Trevor got spun and tapped a couple times there, and he pulled it down pit road, and I think he maybe got all of his damage repaired, but he spent enough time where he went a lap down and quickly got the lucky dog, so there's a couple different approaches you could take there. I think if I'm both of those guys, I would have done it the exact same way that both of them did, but like I said, they're in two totally different scenarios, with Will battling for a championship and Trevor going out for wins at this point in the season.
There's a lot on the line. These guys, towards the end of this season, they really got to watch, how hard they push it. But these other guys that are really thirsty for a win, so
And we saw contact with the 47 and Roberto in the 32 early, and
right.
That's going to sit in the back of Roberto's mind the rest of the race of, hey, I don't want to get run over here. I got a points battle.
He's restarting P8, so he's right there.
See, Austin Bloom takes the inside line. Pace car pulls down. Brad's had plenty of practice up top, but Austin gets a pretty good launch.
That outside line just gets such a run.
Yeah, we see Dylan Poteet trying to follow Brad Kress around Dylan Wedgwood. Wedgwood really pinning a 17 car down to the bottom, and now Tony Whittier trying to get by. Austin Bloom's loving this as he's driving away from the battle there for second. And Jordan Martin's probably got a faster car than both of the guys in front of him, and trying to be careful about when he picks and chooses his battle to go for here.
Austin Bloom just set the fastest lap of the race.
It's a little easier to do when you don't have any pressure around you.
Right.
Jordan Martin has worked himself back into the top 5 after that early spin. Speaking of spins, Will Reichert is driven all the way up to 13th already.
He'll be back as long as his car's handling good. I think he'll be back up.
Yeah, the guy I'm concerned about is Roberto Ramirez. He just hadn't shown any speed at all in the 32 tonight.
He may not be showing his hand yet. You never know.
Battle's on for 3rd spot right now. We see Tony Whittier trying to get underneath Dylan Poteet, and Jordan Martin's all over the back of Whittier. Now we see a move from Stephen Potter underneath Jordan Martin.
Martin just let him have it.
Oh, that was tight there, and Martin was being extra patient with that. Almost a slide job. Still Austin Bloom out front. Brad Kress playing the runner-up role as he has all race. That would be Brad Kress's luck, something bad happens to the leader, but he can't capitalize on it. Had to check up. See, Austin Bloom's blinking pretty bad right now.
Yeah, I can't focus the camera on him because it's so blinking.
Seen all season where Bloom seems to have really, really good short run speed. then for whatever reason, kind of burns up his stuff on the long runs. Now we got his battle for third. Tony Whittier's underneath Dylan Poteet. He's going to clear him on the exit of 2. That's going to allow for Stephen Potter to try and make a move on Poteet.
3rd through 7th is under a blanket.
They are. Nice drive off of 4 there by Dylan Poteet. For the folks at home, I mean, I'm sure this is probably prototypical egg underneath the throttle pedal right now. Just, you want to give it all you can without giving it too much as far as the gas pedal's concerned.
Yeah, you want to save those tires, and you know, if you heat them up too much off the corner with too much throttle, you're going to whip it around. It's going to spin out on you.
Brad Kress got a tremendous run off at Kernan exit number 2 there. Really closed the gap on leader Austin Bloom. He's able to hold it about half a car length lower, but the battle is still on for about 3rd through 5th.
All right, had some technical difficulties, but I'm back.
I thought you might have jumped down there to hammer down for a second.
No, I just lost signal on my monitor, so I don't know.
Hey, better tonight than Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Martin
Oh, we're
diving
talking,
underneath Stephen Potter for P4.
That was a great pass.
Roberto
Back
Ramirez
up front.
reeled himself into that group as well.
Two different exits here at Richmond. When you come off of turn 2, you got the wall really flat. And then whenever you come off of turn 4 there, more of a D shape on the front stretch, similar to what you would see at a lot of 1.5 miles. So we see somebody coming down the pit road there. Oh, that's Michael Baruga.
Yeah, the front stretch here at Richmond, it's just so sweeping. You're turning pretty much the whole way down.
Austin Bloom really struggled through 1 and 2 there. Brad Kress just half a car length back.
Brad Kress is one of those guys that just slowly, methodically picks his way to the front. He's doing the same thing right now.
Oh, and we see somebody's in the wall. Is that Stephen Potter?
That is. That's the 47 of Stephen Potter. Looks like he gets it under control, though, and we'll keep on rolling.
Jordan Martin trying to work on Tony Whittier there for third, and all the while Brad Kress is right on the rear bumper of Austin Bloom. Roberto Ramirez trying to get underneath Dylan Poteet and will complete the pass off turn 2.
Like Austin Bloom got a little bit of the wall there coming out of 2.
Yeah, what I'm seeing out of the ADA, he's running about a half a lane or a lane higher than Brad in 3 and 4. It's allowing Brad to gain on him off the exit, but with Austin having the momentum on the high side, he's just pulling him down the front stretch.
Have to imagine these guys can make it from here. That's probably the only reason they pitted there on lap number 33. But Jordan Martin has gotten by Tony Whittier, and now he sets his sights on Brad Kress. These guys are coming up on a lap car. And he gets out of the way. I think that's the 51 maybe of Jacob Benke. Wondering if Brad should consider running just the high lane just on 3 and 4 there, because he's really beaten Austin Bloom through 1 and 2, but it seems like he loses everything he gains in 3 and 4.
That last lap, Jordan Martin, he ran a tenth faster than the top 2, so he's catching them. Won't be too long before he's there battling for the lead.
Jordan Martin came into tonight 11 points back after some trouble last week at Talladega. He's had 2 victories this season, and he's trying to put a third next to his name so he can really cement this as a 3-car chase into Atlanta. The guy that doesn't want to see that O2 reeling him in is Brad Kress. He's been running second all night long. I don't even know if he has a lap lead. About the time he gets there, this O2 shows up. And Will Reichert is still stuck in 13th spot, so that damage must be affecting the 67 car.
Yeah, I think he got into that wall pretty good. I think he's probably fighting some handling issues right now. Stephen Potter reeling Jordan Martin in right now. He's right there as well.
Guys are down to just 34 laps to go. Boy, Austin Bloom really got up the track that time. Brad Kress got a great run off turn 2 there.
Right there. Looks like Austin may have some handling issues. He may have worn those tires out.
Oh, and he's blinking again. Makes it tough. Brad doesn't know where he's at. And Jordan Martin is closing in. And so is Stephen Potter. If I'm Brad Kress right now, I've ran really well all season long. Hadn't been able to notch that victory.
Yeah, you kind of want to push the envelope and, you know, get by him and lead some laps and try to finish this thing out. And, you know, there's so many different things you can do right here. You could, you know, the O2 is a little faster, let him go, but then he walks away with it. You know, you don't want that to happen.
Yep, and here comes Brad Kress. He's there.
Down the backstretch.
He's going to get it coming out of turn 4. Oh, that inside or that outside line.
Brad Kress leads the lap as the caution comes out.
Will Reichert.
Oh man, what happened to Will?
Looked like the
Looked like that started with the 89 and the 84. Will just an innocent bystander there. Looked like the 18 of Ty Smith was caught up in that also.
yeah, let me get this keyed up here for the folks at home here. The 18 just got into the 67 as well. The would have to say that may put a dent in the 67's day. It's got some considerable damage there.
Yeah, these cars do repair well, so hopefully he's able to stay on the lead lap and still have a shot at it, but that whole front bumper is... At least it is a short track.
Well, everybody came down pit road, getting fresh tires. Brad Kress, he stays with the lead. Austin Bloom second. Jordan Martin, he came off pit road third.
So now all of a sudden the guys that have been planning for long runs, they gotta be quick on the short run here. But Brad will have the advantage of getting to choose which lane he wants to get the launch himself, as opposed to trying to time it. Still 18 cars on the lead lap with Benke getting the wave around here. Had a few incidents tonight. The major one really with the 65 of Scott McCarris, the 7 of Cody Robinson, considerable impact between those two guys. And then I think the story of the race has had to be Will Reichert's, early dominance, and then on the fresh tires goes into 1 and 2 and spins it, and having to work his way from the back, gets caught up in another one.
It's unfortunate, but that's the price that gets dealt out to you from time to time.
Well, Brad Kress trying to win at his home track here would be fitting.
Yeah, it'd be real nice for him to finally get that first win that he's been chasing all season and be able to do it here at his home track. I'm sure that'd be real special to him.
Yeah, we've seen him be so close numerous times throughout the season, and just usually through no fault of his own get taken out in somebody else's mess. And I think really if he had any luck at all, he'd be right up there in the championship fight too. But if he's had luck, it's been bad luck. I would almost argue it's been worse than Toby's was last season in the Premier Series.
I think so. He said I can have the black cloud back anytime I want it, so I don't think I'll be taking that back anytime soon.
We're getting doubled up here, and we're going to be coming to 23 to go. Brad goes early. Got a great launch there on the bottom. See Jordan Martin sailed into turn 1 and 2 underneath Austin Bloom there. Looked like Stephen Potter had some difficulties getting off of turn 1 and 2, and Roberto Ramirez making his way up to 6th.
Yeah, Austin, he's fighting back on the outside though with Jordan Martin, but it looks like Jordan's going to clear him off of 4. But Austin's going to pull the crossover and look underneath him in 1. Not quite there yet though.
He's still blinking pretty badly. So difficult to erase around those guys where you just don't know where they're going to be. Roberto Ramirez makes the move on the outside. And now he's going to go underneath the 5th place car of Tony Whittier.
Martin just set the fastest lap of the 22.614.
He's going to the underneath of Brad Kress right now. Brad needs to fight back hard on the outside.
Yeah, the 29 left the door open and Jordan stuck his nose in there. They'll be side by side going down into turn 1.
Jordan Martin is going to clear Brad Kress on the exit there at turn 2. Austin Bloom getting reeled back into this battle.
Brad Kress is better on the long run. It may have been a wise decision to let Jordan go and kind of burn his stuff up and just reel him back into this race as long as we stay green.
I don't know about the call on that, if that is indeed what he did, because if we get a caution right now, all of a sudden we're talking about, 8 laps on one run and 10 on another, where then he's going to be forced to start on the outside lane again. So we see Austin Bloom looking underneath Brad Kress right now.
That's just going to let Jordan Martin scoot even further away.
Well, we see the 47 out of shape. Makes a nice save. Takes a bad entry into angle into turn 1 and 2 there. The 29 of Kress and the 88 of Bloom still side by side down the backstretch.
Brad's not letting him go. Fighting hard on the outside.
Definitely the best battle on the racetrack right now, and exactly what Jordan Martin wants to see.
Letting Stephen Potter creep into the screen, as well as Tony Witcher and Roberto Ramirez.
Yeah, Steven had a nice run there down the backstretch. Probably had the ability to make it 3 wide, but wisely backed out of it. Still side by side. Great job by these guys.
Ooh, Austin washes up a little bit there. Brad had to let off to keep from getting hit.
And now Brad doesn't know where the 88 is.
That's unfortunate.
See Roberto Ramirez trying to make a move for 5th spot underneath Tony Whittier. He's going to take the short way around. Whittier's going to get a nice launch down the backstretch. Going to be coming to 13 laps to go this time. And for those of you wondering, pole sitter Will Reichert still running in the 13th spot, nursing some damage. Right now, Stephen Potter going underneath Brad Kress, trying to make a move for 3rd.
Brad's chewed his tires up there on that outside line. Roberto Ramirez making a dive bomb at the bottom of the track to try to get around Tony Whittier. Roberto's doing everything he can.
I can tell you in the team chats right now, there's some people pretty fired up with each other. Short track racing.
Short track tempers.
Nothing changed up front. Still Jordan Martin. He's got a 1.1 second lead right now.
Come to 10 laps to go.
He wants this thing to go green. So you start doing a little bit of math, and Roberto just caught the apron. Really cost him some time. I was just about to say, if I'm Roberto Ramirez, I'm thinking I got to get by a couple of these guys. I think Jordan might exit this race if they finish like this as the points leader.
Quite possible.
We give a lot of bonus points to the winner. Plus he's going to have a lot of laps led. He came in 11 down. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes... If this thing stays like it is, he might be the points leader by 4 or 5 points.
He's had a hellacious season, though. I mean, guy's a contender week in and week out. And, if you're the team owner, you couldn't be happier to have a driver like that on your team.
No, you know he's going to dial it in throughout the week and bring his A game every single week.
Stephen Potter turned a lap faster than the leader last lap around.
See the 51 on pit road making an unscheduled pit stop. So Jordan Martin had to battle some adversity. I think he qualified 6th or 8th, but in that lap 2 crash, got tagged from behind, went for a spin. Had to get some damage repaired and come from 20th back to the lead. Oh, Brad went up the track there. Oh, and Roberto just got into the 57. That's going to bring the caution out.
4 laps to go. What a
that
heartbreak.
That that happened. There's a few things that happened that led to that incident. Something happened to Brad Kress where he went way up the track, and then some guys were taking. There was some bad angles by a few different guys, and it kind of led to that incident. This is going to lead to a green-white checkered finish. Sorry, I was listening to team chat there and figuring out what happened between the guys. A couple not happy, but
Like Roberto just got into the 57. He was trying to evade the 29, and
we see some people down pit road. Like maybe Dalton Beer was the first one down pit road. I bet he'll pick off a few with that move.
I'm surprised we didn't see more guys up front come down pit road, because they should have at least one set of tires left, don't they?
Yeah, they should, but I mean, 2 laps at Richmond. I don't know. If I'm running in the top 5, I'm for sure staying out in this scenario. But we've seen, the leader get stuck out there. It's the one time that you're at a disadvantage as the leader is, when there's a late caution like that. We saw it happen to Brett Moffitt in the Truck Series last season. He had that race won, and a lap car brought out a caution with 3 or 4 to go, and the new tires beat him.
Yep, sure did.
But I feel like I'd rather stay out and try to defend those guys off from the lead than pit and have everybody else stay out, and you're trying to come back from 11th. I think I could sleep a little better knowing I stayed out and didn't give that track position up.
absolutely.
So the lead cars should have about 20 laps on their tires. And it'll be fresh tires from 13th on back. In fact, Steve Rada and John Peterson stayed out to gather up some track position there. So that's going to make Dalton Beer, Will Reichert, Sean Smith, Ty Smith's life even harder back there. And Jordan Martin's going to take the outside on this restart. An interesting call there. Good for Brad Kress. Not so good for Roberto Ramirez. Guys are doubled up. There's 2 green-white checkered attempts if they do need it, so this will be the first one here.
I have a feeling they'll need to use both of them, Kendall.
Short track racing.
Oh yeah. Doesn't get any better.
This
We need-
track has put on a pretty good show.
Definitely.
Richmond in the daytime usually does.
Ace car's off. Martin goes really early. Not good for that inside lane. And Martin is out to a huge advantage already. And Stephen Potter gets underneath Austin Bloom. Brad Kress gets a big run off the corner. And we see crashing behind.
Man, they were wadding them up back there. They were 4 wide coming through turn 2.
That is not going to work.
See if we can catch catch what happened back here.
I think that was Will Riker that got turned.
He's just having a bad night.
Yeah, it looks like Will goes. Yeah, Wow. It actually wasn't even the 4 wide that caused that crash. It's Riker trying to get a run up there and had 89 underneath him and didn't see him. Well, hopefully they can finish this race here under green.
Interesting to see how this last restart goes here.
Yeah, this will be it. They wreck them. They'll end it under yellow. But if they do take the white flag, iRacing will allow them to race back to the line. Right now, second spot is Stephen Potter. It'll be a career run for the 47 bunch. Austin Bloom running third, Brad Quest fourth, Roberto Ramirez fifth, Dylan Poteet, Justin Malarkey. Dalton Beer's got the fresh tires to ninth. Talk about a quiet night for Malarkey. He's just kind of hovered around that 6th to 10th range. We've seen him challenge for wins this season.
He's one of the new drivers that joined this season and definitely has a lot of talent.
Yeah, we call this the development series with the strength of the field here, 1,700. So there's some good quality guys been working on that iRating throughout the season too, and proving their worth, trying to work their way into the Premier Series. This is race number 12 in a 13-race season for these guys. Came in with 3 cars within 11 points for the championship. Roberto Ramirez, Jordan Martin, and Will Reichert. And it's going to be a heck of a battle all the way through the end of Atlanta. These guys are doubling up again. So Jordan's going to take the top once again.
Interesting to see how this plays out, boys.
Who to go to decide it here at Richmond?
Run him loose one more time.
Jordan goes early once again. Brad anticipated it well. Got Stephen Potter underneath him. Potter drives it in really hard.
He's
Almost to the bumper of the O2. Slides up, and we got a crash, a big crash behind us. So that's going to do it. Jordan's going to win this one. 3rd win of the season. It was exactly what he needed to get back into this points battle. Roberto Ramirez is going to end up bringing it home 5th, which Ends up being a real bad night for Will Reichert. He must have got involved in that last crash. He's going to finish 16th tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that had to happen. I think it looked like Dalton Beer just lost it on cold tires, and nothing you could do there.
Saw a few cars were collected in that mess.
Yeah. I think Jordan Martin's going to burn it down here on the front stretch. Well-deserved win.
Let's see if we can get a word with our winner, and we'll bring him up here. There he is. And Jordan Martin coming back from 20th spot early in the race to come back and score this win. Congratulations, man. That was a great recovery, and this is exactly what you needed in the points chase.
Honestly, that first incident, I knew it was early. But just kept my head in the game and just knew that I had a great car, and possibly I was faster than everybody, which I was, and I showed it. And I was just able to work my way back to traffic slowly and get back into position to win this race, and just pulled it off, man. That 47 scared me on that last restart with trying to do an early bumper run, but I'm so happy, man. Be able to put myself back in the victory lane for the third time this season and put myself in a great points position going into the last race of the season.
Yeah, I think if I'm just doing math in my head, but I think with the bonus points, you might actually come out of here as the leader, having entered with an 11-point deficit. I think you might be the leader by 2 or 3 heading into Atlanta. What's your thoughts about that racetrack?
Very bumpy, it's very fast. Cold tires is going to be treacherous, but once the tires heat up, bottom is going to be the preferred lane to save your tires, but to hold off positions and keep the momentum up is going to be the outside. So it's going to be a long race there. We'll see what happens when we get there. Just right now, just got to prepare for it and just soak this moment in right now.
I hear you. Well, Jordan, before we let you roll out of here, who you got to thank in that DoorDash machine here tonight?
Well, once again, I want to thank y'all for the broadcast. Thanks, Plan B for sponsoring us. I want to thank DJ for being a spotter and a crew chief like always every week. He's an excellent guy. I love him. Just want to thank everybody at GRT. Put a lot of practice in for this week, and we showed a lot of speed. And just so happy.
Well, a well-deserved series-leading third victory for Jordan Martin. He actually, this is only his second season, but will become the all-time wins leader with this win, at least momentarily. So congratulations from us guys up here in the booth. Impressive win, falling back early and working your way back through traffic. Definitely had to earn this one tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. That's an accomplishment right there, being all-time leaders in the developed series. So, I hope I can hold it for a while, but we'll see what happens going forward.
All right, that's words from Jordan Martin. I'm sure we'll talk to him plenty next week as he's going to enter, I believe, the points leader at Atlanta.
See if we can get Brad Kress up here.
Let's see if we can get Stephen Potter. I think he was second. And Stephen Potter, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it says a great run for the 47 bunch tonight. You came really, really close to getting to the back bumper there, the O2. But both you and him battling back from that lap 2 incident. Just walk us through your night and the career night here, Stephen.
Yeah, I tried to get to him. I mean, I didn't want to take him out, but started off terrible. Got wrecked on lap 2, and just guys driving over their head, but just kind of stayed up in the front and just hung out, let everybody wreck in front of me, and here we are, second.
Well, the series is going to move on to Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. How do you feel about the 1.5 mile track down there in Georgia?
It seems slick, so it'll be probably a tire management. Just gotta don't start off and run full force. So, but we'll see. It should be fun.
Yeah, last season we actually had quite possibly the most exciting finish in Highline Racing League history with DJ Stagner and Curtis Granger and the rest of the top 5 just under a bubble for 20-25 laps. They finished side by side at the line. So if it's anything like that, we're in for a treat. But great run, Steven. Before we let you roll, who you got to thank for second place here tonight?
I got to thank Trident Mechanical Systems and Scott McCarris for getting us in here. So this has been fun. I really enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you in here, Steven. Great run tonight. I know the 47 bunch has really been building some momentum as the season has come along. We wouldn't be surprised at all to see you in Victory Lane real soon.
Hopefully it's next week.
All right, that's the words from second place finisher Steven Potter. And guys, you want to grab Brad? I'll get him up here.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brad, it's Alan, Toby, and Kendall up in the booth, man. Third place. I know it wasn't the win that you were fighting for all night, but how was it out there tonight?
My car wasn't too great on short runs. If we could have got a longer green flag run, I feel like I could have been there. I ran the 88 down when we had that one little bit of a run there toward the middle of the race, and those short runs just killed me.
Yeah, it looked like right before you took the lead from Austin, it looked like your car was really good on the long run, so I know you were hoping for one there at the end, but plagued with cautions, short track racing, not much you can do about that. It's going to happen. But next week, season finale at Atlanta. We know you ran well at Charlotte. Both tracks are pretty similar. Atlanta's a lot more wore out, a lot more bumpy. But I mean, how do you feel going down to Atlanta next week?
Oh man, I'm just going to go out there and throw it in the wind. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I know you aren't up there in the standings like you were in the middle part of the season now. So I guess that's all you can do. You go down to Atlanta and just do the best you can. Go down there and have fun with it.
That's all I'm going to do. Run as hard as I can and hope for the best.
Yeah, hopefully you can go down there and get your first win, though, in the development series. I'm sure we're going to see more of you in the Premier Series next season, hopefully. So,
yeah, I hope so.
I'm sure you'll be up there with us. Who do you have to thank tonight for your third place run?
We get a shout out to you guys for everything y'all have done all season, putting this show together. Plan B Sales, SP Designs, the Ready Foundation, Racing Warehouse, Highline Media, just everybody that keeps this thing together. Y'all do a heck of a job every week.
All right,
Hey, we appreciate it, Brad. I'm sure that win's coming, and I wouldn't even be shocked if you pulled a win in Premier Series before you won it down here.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a win. Neither one of them. It don't really matter to me.
Hey, it took Casey Kane a long time. I know you represent his car and finished second, I think, 6 times before he got that win.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking tonight. Richmond was where he got his first win, so I was hoping I could kind of follow in his footsteps there. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, we were all saying earlier, I know it'd be special to you to get your first win here at our home track. So just come up a little bit short, though, but hey, it's all good. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, man, if I would have won that one, I'd have probably blew the car up, burning it out.
Well, that's the thoughts of third place finisher Brad Kress. Another solid run for the 29 car here tonight. And that'll do it for us, really. From Richmond, you guys want to go down through the order?
Yeah. Well, Jordan Martin, 02 DoorDash car, he brings it home. He parks it in victory lane tonight. Stephen Potter's runner-up. Brad Kress was third. Austin Bloom fourth. Roberto Ramirez came home fifth. Dylan Poteet, good run from him tonight. Sixth. Justin Malarkey seventh. Dylan Wedgwood eighth. Tony Whittier ninth. And Ty Smith rounds out your top 10.
11th went to Dalton Beer. 12th was John Peterson. 13th was Jeff Morash. 14th, Sean Smith. And 15th went to Steve Rada. Will Riker started on pole but only finishes 16th tonight. 17th is going to be Jacob Benke, with 18th being Trevor Hook's spot. 19th is Michael Maruga. 20th, Cody Robinson. 21st went to Scott McCarris. 22nd, Matt Owens. And Brady Cox never did start the race. So that was the full field tonight. No Premier Series drivers, led to a 23-car field. Some trouble early, but Jordan Martin, Stephen Potter rally back for the top two. Jordan Martin puts a huge dent in that gap he had to make up towards Atlanta in the points championship. And it's going to be exciting all the way through the checkered next week on who wins this championship.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting show in Atlanta. You know, coming down to the wire. So we'll see what happens. Finish the season off with a bang.
Well, for everybody that helps this show go along here at Highline Media, Toby Wedgwood, Alan Kunman, I'm Kendall Kerr. We appreciate you guys so much for joining us each week. We'll wrap up our season next Tuesday night at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Don't miss it.
This is Chase Briscoe, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.